no excuse for it in many ways. He's never done it before. He'll be disappointed, but as Jurgen Klopp says, he scores lots of goals. Sometimes you just got to forgive the odd miss.
Yeah, even he's human.
Exactly. No, he is. I think he's just trying to be too precise in that, and he just got the connection wrong. Don't know if he looked to the floor as well. Maybe he didn't make the correct contact with the ball, or he was, I don't know. But like you said, he is human, even though he's been the record Premier League scorer for Liverpool. And that's the thing, your ups and downs with Liverpool. You know, Mo Salah last week, the story, and then today. So it's just a story of their season.
And what about the story of Bournemouth's season? Philip Billing's one of them, isn't he? Top scorer, 6 goals from midfield now. And the crucial one today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're in midfield and you make late runs into the box, it's very difficult to pick up. And we've seen lots of good midfielders over the years. Liverpool will be disappointed with the way they got in on that right-hand side, whether Virgil van Dijk should have gone into press or not. Certainly, Konate should have trapped his runner. We see him just take a little stop there to try to play the offside trap. And then Trent Alexander-Arnold on the back post, he's got his man. Just stick to it, stick to your man. A little back post movement from Billing, changed the course, went to the near post, and it sent Trent, you know, 2-3 yards away from him, just from a tiny little bit of movement. So that'll be analysed by the Liverpool staff. Very frustrating to lose a goal like that. Could have been stopped. Sometimes there's a great goal that happens and you think, oh, maybe if we just done that, we would have stopped it. Liverpool will look at that goal and think, we should have done that, we should have done that, we should have done that, and we should have done that. 4 occasions when we probably could have prevented it.
Frustrated, I think, Mo. but you're right. But I think even more the frustrating thing is when you see it happen, you have warning signs. There was at least 2 or 3 warning signs before that goal. And you had time to kind of sort it. And there's experienced players on the pitch there that you would say, hold on a minute, they're getting in way too easy. We've got to either narrow off or drop deep a little bit or not get kind of drawn into it. And it was, I think Jurgen Klopp even mentioned it there in his interview post-game. It seemed like concentration levels and it was like the reactions, and it was a bit... You can't do that. Liverpool have just come off a great result. You're going for top 4. Send a message to Spurs who are playing in a minute. So you're the early kick-off. So it's a frustrating day, and I can kind of hear it through your voice and through us going, there's an opportunity. You have massively missed it today, Liverpool.
I tell you what they can't do at the moment is press like they used to. You know, I hate harping back, but that Mane, Salah, Firmino partnership, it just was...
Set the tone, didn't it?
Yeah, you couldn't even get to the back 4.
And Henderson as well.
Yeah, you couldn't even get to that back 4. Nowadays, it's... And we showed 3 examples. We had about 4 or 5 examples in the first half. We showed 3 examples at half-time. It's just so easy to get past that front line now, and then the midfield line as well. And it then exposes the back 4, who have got to try to be brave to play high, but then if they're not getting pressed up there, then they can't really stay high, but they have to, so then they're exposed. And once it goes wrong, I've said it for a long time, once it goes wrong slightly for Liverpool, it goes drastically wrong. And when it's right, they're impossible to play against. And another big example of it going wrong today.
Well, it went right for Bournemouth. It's just the 2nd time in their history they have beaten Liverpool Football Club. Let's hear from their manager, Gary O'Neill.
Big smile on your face, Gary, and quite right too, I think. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a big result, obviously. So, yeah, smiling. I haven't smiled that much after games recently. So, yeah, that's been coming, to be honest. Manchester City, Arsenal, 2 performances that the boys should have been proud of, and we didn't take anything from. But today, fine margins going out in our favour. Yeah, and we beat one of the best teams in England.
And they left everything out there as a full-scale effort.
Yeah, it's what it takes. It always looks like that for us. We always leave everything out there. They left everything out there last week, and I answered a lot of questions in the week around whether I needed to pick the group up or whether there'd be a hangover from the late Arsenal goal. And my answer was that, yeah, the lads showed my answer in today for 90 minutes.
The change of shape helped, did it?
No, yeah. Well, we will change shape whenever we decide it's right for the opposition. So, yeah, Arsenal and Manchester City, the shapes helped us both days to stay in the game. And today, the shape helped us win the game.
What a tremendous day for him and him.
Jurgen, you must be very disappointed with that performance.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, what can I say? It was never really our game. Of course, we were dominant in the first half, but lost there already balls in the wrong moment against a compact side. They had their counter-attacks, what they wanted to have. We didn't have, I really think that the spaces where we had to play were super clear, were super open. We didn't use it often enough. Half spaces next to their two midfielders. The rest was more or less busy with covering other spaces, but we didn't use that often enough. Didn't enjoy the challenge to face a deep, a compact side. Like, it's clear you cannot get through with all the balls, but it was like always, okay, we don't get through. Oh, didn't work out, stuff like this. So little things which make a massive difference, and then we go 1-0 down. Not helpful, obviously, in a counter-attack. They did always the same stuff, but it was successful enough because we didn't defend it well. And then I thought we started pretty okay in the second half, and then we get the penalty, miss it, and after that we were in a real rush. So we didn't create really enough there, and that's it.
That Billing goal, was there a discussion afterwards about the defending for that goal?
Oh yeah, of course. I cannot go through it completely. Pass the ball, don't cover the space. I think I don't know 100% anymore how the positioning was. I need to watch it back. But in the end, a ball comes from the outside to the inside, and probably it should be defendable as well. But I have to watch it back. And
Mo Salah is the man that you guaranteed to score mostly. Just inexplicable.
Yeah. Obviously, the last penalty we got was somehow, I don't know when it was, in the league at least, it's long ago. And obviously, that's, yeah, so it's completely hypothetical, but I think if you score there, the game could turn. That doesn't make the performance better, but could change the result at least. So that's it. But he scores goals. He scores a lot of goals, and now he missed a penalty. That's life.
Very honest from Jurgen Klopp, who of course takes his team 5-2 down to Real Madrid on Wednesday in the Champions League. Yeah, big moment then, the awarding of the penalty, the opportunity for Liverpool to get back in. Did we think it was a penalty, Karen?
I do actually, yeah. I can understand why Adam Smith might agree, because he's jumping up to try and head the ball, and in that process to jump up, he's in a natural position.
Wasn't given on field, remember?
Yeah, and I think he slightly does lift it, but bottom line is Jota's headed the ball and it's going in the goal potentially. So I can see why it was awarded, and you're right, the referee went over to look and check at it. I think in the end it was the right decision.
Adam Smith said, how else am I supposed to jump? What's the answer to that?
Well, he jumped early. Normally you jump and your arms come up, and then as you're coming back down, they come down. But because he jumped early, he's gone up and then they've come down, and then he's sort of almost losing balance again, and they've come up again. That was the second phase almost, the second time he raised them.
So are we saying this is unnatural?
So they go up there, and then they're down, and then they go back up because he's jumped too early. I never really understand that one. Are they in an unnatural position? Because they're obviously in a natural position, because that's why they're there. He didn't know what was behind him. But as I say, he jumped too early because he had to jump early to put the person off, and that then meant his arms went high for a second time. I think it was a penalty. The header was going in. He didn't do it on purpose, but the bottom line is he headed the ball. He prevented...
What a tremendous performance. What a tremendous performance for the 90 minutes.
Yeah, we have to be diligent today. You know, we had some, after last weekend, that was a heartbreak for everybody. And our mission today was just to go in and try to deliver the same, and, stay diligent, stay compact, and work for each other as we did. We've done it loads of time this season, and today paid off. And, great support as well.
Adam, he didn't stop all day. Drove on.
Yeah, he's up there with the running stats, to be fair to him. He's had a brilliant season, and hopefully we can stay up and we can celebrate towards the end of the season. But again, he was fantastic, another goal, and we just need to keep working hard now.
Fantastic goal in that first half.
Yeah, I've been working on getting in the box, but, shout out to Dango as well. I thought he was terrific, and since he's come, he's been a real danger for us, added pace and quality up front. And that's what we've been working on training, get him down and, getting crosses in and just make sure me and Dom and the rest of the boys are in the box. I took a bit of a deflection, but, got there in the end.
Oh, one cares about that? Adam, you've equalled the club record appearances. You wouldn't want to be...
old there.
You wouldn't want to be remembered for the handball either, would you?
I mean, even some of the Liverpool lads said it's just a bit harsh. I'm jumping, I can't see the ball. And I don't know how I'm meant to stop that. I jump with my hands. I think my arms were down, so maybe a little bit of justice in the end there. They missed it.
What, the penalty miss? Yeah, that was a stroke of luck.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So I was happy with that.
Very important. You're out of the relegation zone.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It's been a struggle the past few games, even though we've put in some good performances, but all credit to the lads. We come in every week, work hard, and today it's paid off, and hopefully we can keep it going and get 3 points against Villa next week.
And as you said, you've had some setbacks recently, but this win, that shore up the belief that you can survive this season.
Yeah, too far the belief has always been there. I think if you look at our results, obviously we had too many disappointing defeats while we've been in front and thrown it away. But I think looking throughout the whole season, I think we've been doing good. It's not like we're playing bad football or anything. We're playing well. We're working hard and we're looking good. It's just the result and the final, product sometimes has been the problem. And like I said, today against the top side, we got the job done. So yeah,
good, tremendous afternoon. Well done, gentlemen.
Cheers, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bournemouth's top scorer doing the job for the Cherries. And not just the manner and the result, Karen, but the way they responded after the heartache of last week at the Emirates, which might well have knocked a lot of other teams out of their stride.
Yeah, well, I was reading earlier that when they lost 9-0 to Liverpool in the start of the season, they felt that last week losing in the manner that they did was more heart-wrenching to them. It really hit them hard. So you're right, it's how do you react? How do you get up for that? And then you're looking at Liverpool at the fixtures and thinking, I've just beat Man United 7-0, but they didn't look like it hit them in the confidence way. They came out, they started really well, defended well and looked a constant threat on the counter-attack. And for me, Liverpool were really, really poor, lethargic, unorganised and way too easy to play through in the midfield. It was complete opposite performance against Manchester United. But today it was Bournemouth's day and deservedly won the game and find themselves now in a better position than when they started the day up the table.
Why can't Liverpool find this consistency? Why have they been so disappointing away from home in particular this season?
Well, it's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I bet you Jurgen Klopp's thinking that to himself. There is no one reason why Liverpool have been poor this season. There's plenty of them, and you can find plenty of them. But the inconsistency is the one, Steve. I mean, if Liverpool had been rubbish all season, then you could think to yourself, OK, well, there's a lot that needs to be changed here. But they go and beat Manchester United 7. They go and beat Bournemouth, 9 at the start of the season. They beat Manchester City 1-0 in a brilliant game. Great performance from Liverpool. So they've shown signs throughout the season that they are right at that top level, but they only do it sporadically. And that's the problem. They can't do it consistently at the moment. And excuses are running out in terms of injuries because they've got virtually the full quota of players.
It was 10 of the 11 players who scored 7 past United who started today.
And that's why football is just the strangest game sometimes. And you just think, wouldn't you, beating Manchester United, a team that are really in great form at the moment, you just couldn't believe the scoreline. And then in equal measure, people will look at that and think, 1-0 against Bournemouth. Is that a misprint as well? It just doesn't work out. But when you watch the game, it absolutely worked out. Bournemouth, you can't say they didn't deserve the points.
Yeah, the bottom club, Southampton, have actually won more away games this season than Liverpool. So many questions. We'll wait for the answers from the man who is the Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp.